Christ-centeredness. There needs to be an absolute certainty that the person you are considering for marriage is sharing your same worldview, biblically grounded in Christ and the Adventist message. Do not even consider marrying someone who is not a Seventh-day Adventist Christian. Just clear that up in your head right away. And then that'll save you a lot of grief. Number 2 of the C's.
Now, Ty, can you tell us why, just a few reasons why that's so important?
Well, practically speaking, you may right now have all of your emotional neurons and chemistry firing on all cylinders, and it can deceive you into thinking that you are in love, but the better part of love is friendship, and friendship is grounded ultimately in shared values. The fact is, if you're attracted to somebody physically, but you're not spiritually on the same page with them, you're going to end up in conflict at some point. And if their character and spirit and values begin looking ugly to you, then the physical dimension's not going to be as attractive anymore either. And besides that, if it's merely based on physical attraction but not spiritual values, everybody gets old and eventually looks ugly. So the fact is,
the law of gravity.
Yeah, the law of gravity, entropy. Everything's headed downward except for character development.
Amen.
So we need to be, well, we don't want to go into, because there are 6 of them and we need to make this quick. So number 1, Christ-centeredness. Number 2, character. Don't even consider marrying somebody who speaks disrespectfully to their mother, ladies.
Yes.
Get somewhere in the vicinity of how he treats his sisters. If you see somebody who fudges the truth and lies under certain circumstances, rule that individual out. You need to have integrity. You need to have character. That's the 2nd C. Number 3 is compatibility. Read the Song of Solomon and do it. That's the marriage seminar. Okay? And part of the Song of Solomon is where the Shulamite turns to Solomon and says, "Oh, you are my lover and my friend." My lover and my friend. Friendship, compatibility, I'm calling it here, is the better part of marriage. I've been privileged to be married to the same girl for 28 years. We've been boyfriend and girlfriend since she was 13, I was 14. And friendship, I'm telling you, is the better part of marriage. Friendship is so cool within the context of marriage. And the next C, compatibility, is number 3. The next one is communication. You need to be able to communicate with and hear the communications of you need to have communication conduit between the 2 of you. That's number 4. Am I number 4? Number 5, what's number 5? Number 5 is commitment. It's also starting with a C, so it's easy to remember these. Number 5 is commitment. Don't even consider marrying anybody who thinks that marriage is something you enter into with any kind of open door to get out of the relationship if times get hard. Psychologically, if you are committed for life with no way out, your mind psychologically will find solutions to the problems that arise, and you will fall more deeply in love by getting through those problems. And I'm saying all these briefly, and there are Bible verses for all of them, and I'd be happy to send you the document that actually spells all this out. And you can carry the paper with you to every guy, and you can ask him if he meets the criterion. So number 6 of the 6 non-negotiables, number 6 is chemistry. That's the oh yeah part. Yes, she is hot. So yes, you don't want to ever marry anybody. You don't want to marry somebody you wake up and you're like, ah, what did I do? You know what I mean? You don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. And we need to add that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and everybody is beautiful to somebody. I'm just simply saying that chemistry. Even David, I mean Violetta, she married this guy.
Well, I was going to say, when my wife wakes, she frequently does that to me. She's like, whoa, no, just kidding.
But check this out. You know, my wife has told me she loves me over the years, and then one day she threw me a curveball. She said, I was expecting, I'm so in love with you. She said, I'm so in like with you. I said, are you kidding? You still like me? After all these years? She said, yeah, I still like you. You want to marry somebody that you will still like as well as love. I mean, I told Sue, I said, you're a Christian, you have to love me. The Bible says love your enemies, right? So the fact is, listen, the 6 non-negotiables, chemistry needs to be there, but if you have chemistry and you're merely attracted to somebody, but they don't have good character, it doesn't matter how beautiful they appear to your eyes. They don't have good character, it's over no matter how hot they are. They don't have good Christ-centered focus, it's over. Don't even go there. Save yourself misery.
Okay, 30 more seconds, panel. 30 more seconds. Ellen White says that if you want a home where the shadows are never lifted, yes, marry an unbeliever. And so I love that idea of these are literally non-negotiables. And they go across the spectrum, don't they? Spiritual, as well as emotional, as well as interpersonal.
Exactly.
And you're 28 years married and still very happily married. I mean, I see you too. You're like kids.
Thank you, David.